I'm Frank Aghuno. I'm the founder and creative director of Fruché. First of all, collection is titled Ode To Gabo. Gabo was my dad's nickname, coined from Gabriel. He passed in 2021, so this was just a way for me to honor him and his memory. I remember when I first started, I would take his shirts, my mom's wrappers, and make them into these very quirky, skimpy outfits. And I just, had to sit back and try and find what he reminds me of, like in terms of my journey. And it was just his shirts, his suits, and things that he would just encourage me to actually deconstruct. Some of them I would steal and hide. And sometimes they would catch me and he would just say, go ahead, let me see what you make with it. And, I would just do my thing. And he was proud. He always showed support from the get-go. And even with my first collection, he gave me like 5,000 naira and I made an entire collection of like 13 looks. It was a long time ago while we were on strike in school in Lag. I took some of these pieces and even deconstructed them. There was a pair of brown wool, lightweight wool pants, I remember. I literally just wrapped it around the model and that was my design. And so that's where sort of the inspiration of this collection came from. We use a lot of shirting, suiting fabrics, lightweight wools, and even cotton, just to show the relationship and how far I've come. It took me a while to also figure that out, to be honest, because I was trying to put the pieces together, but he definitely was a huge part of my starting story. In the collection, there are deconstructed shirts, it was the same cutouts that I would do when I was like 18, 17. And they're like suits, deconstructed suits as well. So I had this event, it was an award show in 2022. I took one of his, oversized blazers and I deconstructed it, added some crystals, and, everyone really loved it. So it definitely sparked something in me to incorporate things like that into the collection. So you'd see pantsuits and skirt suits with the same idea of deconstruction and, embellishing. Grief led me to sort of create pieces that are so colorful and exciting because I was just trying to look for literally the rainbow at the end of this tragic event. So we've used so many different colors of the rainbow, of the most progressive rainbow I could find. Obviously I would have done a collection of all black that was sad and whatnot, but I also want to inspire people that have gone through these type of things, loss of any kind, can sort of relate and, look at these things and feel motivated to wake up, motivated to work, motivated to do something and keep pushing. That was what I needed. So I feel like this is what the world needs. I would say I've always leaned towards creativity to express myself in general. I've always been the quiet kid, I've not always been so expressive. And so even with this loss, it was obviously the emotions were there, they were very strange. So the grief was worse than anything I could imagine. No one really prepares you for this. Just creating this collection slowly but surely, I really had to lean into it gradually. I started to think about myself. It was very introspective. What do I normally do? I literally need to find myself again. So first of all, I wanted to use a progressive rainbow. Definitely, I'm all about progression in my work. There was this shirt dress from my last collection. It's called the Agiliga shirt dress. It's reminiscent of this one I have on. And so it had twists and knots and, different cutouts that people just absolutely loved, and draping and whatnot. So I leaned more into it and said, okay, what if I make different versions of this shirt dress in all these rainbow colors that I could find? And that's where it kept going. And then I kept incorporating more things. I incorporated raffia. While we were in the village during the burial, we would take a bike from the village to Isieluku. It's like the entrance of all the villages. And you would just pass this hay and raffia and straw, and it just got my creative juices flowing. So I really wanted this collection to be a cacophony of like different textures and colors and just be warm and inviting. Yeah, compared to the feelings that I had earlier. I wanted to really show that, okay, I've been through this, but I'm fresh, I'm renewed. I still have the memories of this person, but the loving kind, the warm memories. So for me, I think the major thing that drives me is, what do I want to leave behind when I'm not here anymore? What would the world remember me for? What legacy am I leaving? What stories am I telling? Are they helpful? Do they change the world's notion or perspective on life? I really just do everything that I do because I want to leave my mark. So no matter what challenges that life throws at me or tailors throw at me, I just remember my story, my legacy. What am I trying to leave behind? You know, what am I trying to teach the people coming behind me? So that's really what motivates me to keep pushing and keep, driving so hard. My dad's legacy is definitely his love for people. He was super friendly, super funny. He literally loves everyone. And he would give even his left arm if he could. He would give anything. People were just drawn to him. So yeah, that's really his legacy. Being a kind, warm, lovable person. I think that's really his legacy.